Workshop 7 User Research. We've previously looked at market research. Now it's time to dig deeper. We're going to look at user research. In this section, we'll look at the aim of user research, methods of user research, and what to do with the results. So what is user research? Your market research has shown there's a large target market for your product. Now that we've established the market, user research is about focusing on the people who will buy from you and finding ways to make improvements to your products to benefit them. It looks at the target markets, behaviour, wants, needs, feelings and attitudes. The aim of user research is to understand thoughts and feelings towards a product and find ways it can be improved. This can include improving the product itself or improving the user experience of the product. User research can help answer questions like, how are potential users currently solving their pain points? Do current solutions work for them? How do people currently use the product? Can it be improved upon? What are the sources of dissatisfaction? How could we change the product to make users happier? Remember to think about more than the product itself. Can the product be improved? Can the user experience be improved? Can the buying process be improved, such as convenience, price, speed, customer engagement? Okay, now let's look at methods of user research. User research usually involves qualitative research. Methods include usability tests, qualitative surveys and questionnaires, focus groups, observations, product testing and A/B testing. We're now going to look at each of these in much more detail. Usability tests. Usability tests involves evaluating a product by letting users test it. For example, if you're selling a gadget that teaches how to improve your golf swing, let people test it for themselves and find out their opinion. This gives direct input on how real users will use your products. Here's some tips. Observe people as well as listening to their opinions. Usability testing works best with those who have no prior exposure to the product. Next, qualitative surveys and questionnaires. Qualitative survey research is designed to describe. It aims to gain in-depth information about users' underlying reasoning and motivations. The end goal is to develop a deep understanding of a topic, issue, or problem from an individual perspective. Here's some tips. Look for points of view you may not have previously considered. Don't take negative results personally. You may discover new pain points that can solve for your customers. Next, focus groups. A focus group involves bringing together a small group that is representative of your target market. The group gives feedback on products, services, concepts, motivations and more. Researchers can observe reactions as well as holding a discussion. Here's some tips. Create an open environment where the group feel welcome to contribute ideas and opinions. Remember that a small focus group and their opinions may not be representative of the whole target market. Encourage discussions and invite everyone to contribute to their opinions. Observations. Observing how users behave can give very valuable information. You may choose to observe how users research products in the field, the purchase process, or how they use the product itself. You can observe how people behave, their reactions, the outcomes, and purchase behaviours. Here's some tips. If possible, observe people in the environment they would naturally use, buy, or research your product. Try to make participants as comfortable as possible so that their behaviour is genuine. Next, product testing. Product testing involves asking users to test your product to assess its properties and performance. It helps users see how the product could benefit them, and it also gives you feedback for improvement. Here's some tips. When you get positive feedback, ask if the user would be happy to write a review. If you get negative feedback, let users know how you intend to make changes and ask if they'd be interested in future product testing. Next, A/B testing. This is where you carry out the same test on two variables to see which performs better. For products, this could be testing recipe A or recipe B. It may be asking for opinions or preferences for a belt buckle or a belt clasp. In marketing, A/B testing is used often to find which variable performs better. For example, by organisations who send the same email to two groups of people with a different subject line for each, to see which has the best open rate. On your website, it could be seen whether a banner promoting your new stock or one promoting sale works best. Here's some tips. Only change one variable at a time and keep other factors the same to ensure reliable results. Consider your target market. The variable that appeals to them may be different to what appeals to the market as a whole. Now it's over to you. How might you use the above methods to conduct user research for your business? What do you seek to find out? What are your goals? What questions could you ask? What other factors do you need to consider? Tips for carrying out user research. User research should be a continual process, not a one-off. Define your goals before you start and ensure you engage with a good representation of your target market. Encourage participants to be open and honest. Don't let the loudest person's opinions be the only ones heard. Develop a relationship with the users you speak to. They may become future ambassadors for your brand. Ask what would convert them to buy from your business rather than from your competitors. Invite industry experts, influencers, and users to take part. When you're looking at the results, which feedback will you take on board? How will you decide which feedback to act on? Was it one person's opinion or a consensus? Do you see the value in making a change? What would it cost in terms of time, money and resources to implement a change? What will be implemented now versus later? If you decide to make changes, when? Do you delay a launch and get the product perfect now? Or go ahead, build your followers, then release a newer version of the product? How does the timeline fit into your business, your marketing, and your financial plans? So how will you thank those who took part? Follow up with those who gave you their time to thank them. Tell them how you've acted on their feedback. Offer them a first chance to shop with you or a sneak peek at your new product. Can you make them brand ambassadors? For example, ask them to talk about you online. Offer discounts for their friends and family. Give samples and so on. In summary, you should now know the aim of user research, methods of user research, and what to do with those results.